Hello guys, welcome back to This Generation's Podcast, or welcome to This Generation's Podcast. I'm your host Shree.
And I am Nick, N-I-C-K.
And we're back again. We're very lazy today. I don't know, Nick had some kind of a weird experience today, and which we won't get into. And I had no experience today, which we definitely won't get into. So we're just going to be talking about some bullshit. So it's not a lot of, not a lot happened here in this week, except for what?
YouTube rewind things.
Yes, this YouTube rewind thing. So, rewind review.
Review.
So by that, you definitely know what we're talking about. Feuds was not in YouTube Rewind, which was really weird because, I have stopped watching YouTube Rewind since 2016, I think. 2016 was my last rewind. I was like, what am I watching? What is this? I couldn't understand anything because I didn't know a lot of the YouTubers and the trends that they were showing, all the people that they were showing. I didn't know most of it, I don't know if it was 2016 or 2017, but I just stopped connecting with these people. So I just kind of stopped watching. But this year, Nick was the one who shared the video with me, said that watch the YouTube Rewind 2018. And as soon as he said it, my first thought was that the YouTube Rewind is going to start with PewDiePie saying, your review. So that's what I was thinking, but that did not happen, which was really weird. And I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I was at first I was like, it was on my recommendation list, so I thought it
was on everybody's recommendation list.
I was like, okay, let's watch it. But when I opened the video, it's kind of like 2.5 million
dislikes.
Dislike. And with only just maybe 1 million like at this time. And I was like, okay, maybe it's bad or worse. I don't know.
What kind of a video gets 5 million dislikes?
It's YouTube's own rewind channel, man.
Yeah.
Seriously. And I feel like, okay, let's watch it. I mean, okay, I was tired and I feel like, okay, let's watch it. I'm lazy. So,
you watched it yesterday?
Yeah. Saturday in the evening.
Yeah. Now it's Sunday morning.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. It was like, for me, It was like really, I was looking for PewDiePie. Where is PewDiePie? Where is Logan Paul?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A lot of the YouTubers that made headlines this year were missing. Shane Dawson was missing. I think Shane Dawson disagreed to do it, because he doesn't like getting out of his house or something.
Yeah. Maybe he don't even like that content.
Huh?
What was that?
Oh yeah, the TanaCon thing. I think he was very reluctant to do that, and his experience wasn't that good with TanaCon.
Yes, what was that?
But Shane Dawson is a different issue. The thing is that PewDiePie at least should have been mentioned. I guess that was I think many people's issue here.
He's king in YouTube, man.
I think that's where the dislikes were coming from.
Yeah, because maybe lots of. I'm a big fan of Pewds, and
we know that.
I don't want to tell about what I did in that section. Stop mimicking. And I feel like maybe it's kind of unnecessary things. We should include PewDiePie for sure.
Yeah, I can. I don't know. Because for me, YouTube Rewind is not a very important thing, and but it's a tradition. It's a traditional thing. It happens annually, once in a while. And I'm sorry if I'm coughing a bit. My voice isn't very much affected today. But besides not having PewDiePie around, the trends that they were showing, all this, it was Fortnite and stuff. We're not Fortnite people. We don't play video games. We don't know what Fortnite is very well. And they showed
one thing
they showed Baby Shark. They showed some trends. They showed ASMR, which is okay. But, they didn't address the biggest things that happened, which was the KSI and Logan Paul boxing match. That was one of the biggest highlights of the issue. Then
they should have, taken into that call.
They at least should have mentioned it. Or they could have mentioned the T-Series versus PewDiePie thing that's going on. That's one of the biggest things that's happening right now. That's unprecedented. We've never seen anything like this happen before. And
lots of things is missing from that video.
A lot of things have been missing. The TanaCon thing, which was a big disaster. But yeah, of course, it's a brand-friendly video.
Yeah, brand. So you don't expect anything from any
brand friendly video. Like you don't expect controversial topics to be, highlighted. But my issue with the YouTube Rewind thing was that like I didn't know a lot of these people, except like a few, but I didn't know a lot of the people. So I was like, am I missing something? Am I missing YouTube's top creators? But I don't think that's the issue here.
Yeah, I was expecting BB Ki Bhai's that Bhuvan Bams. It's a Indian YouTube channel.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, he was there, but he was not there individually. Okay, maybe lots of people don't know who is BB Ki Bhai, but he had like his 10 million subscribers in 1 year, I guess.
Maybe, yeah. And
I was expecting that he would have mentioned in proper way.
Yeah. And there are some things I actually enjoyed about YouTube Rewind. I enjoyed that they included so many Asian... Will Smith? No, that was not something that I enjoy because Will Smith is... No, but Will Smith is a celebrity, right? He's a YouTuber. Like, I don't know much about Will Smith's entry into YouTube, so I can't speak about that. I don't know about that. So, but I don't follow celebrity channels on YouTube. But the thing is that the things that I enjoyed were that they include a lot of Asian YouTubers as well. Like they included Technical Guruji, they included BB Ki Vines, they included a lot of other Asian YouTubers and a lot of other YouTubers from other countries. That was really nice. And they talking about mental health, and they talked about raising fund and raising for. They talked about charitable institutions and stuff like that, which was really nice. But all in all, I'm not very affected by YouTube Rewind, and I don't think PewDiePie is either, because this T-Series versus PewDiePie thing is going to take him to 100 million subscribers, I think. Do you think? No, I'm pretty sure that people are going to take him to 100 million, because this is one of the biggest things that's happening, this kind of rivalry, which we weren't expecting before, It's turned into a India versus something situation, which is really weird, because that's not the case, it's a company versus a single creator. It's an individual creator, single creator. Yeah, that's what's going on here. So some people are turning it into a very the Western versus Asian things. Yeah, some people are turning this into a racial thing, which is really bizarre, because T-Series doesn't represent a country. T-Series is a music company. They just like Vivo. Yeah, just like Vivo. So they don't represent the India at all. They have a lot of other creators from outside of India as well. I think I'm not very sure of that. But I'm just guessing. Business. It's a corporation, It's a corporation. So. Some people are turning racial in the comments about India and stuff, which is really weird. It's no, dude. It's creating a, what do you call fan base from them to subscribe T-Series. Lots of people don't know who is T-Series. Maybe. No, but many people probably might think that T-Series is the corporation itself, versus an individual creator. So whatever it is, I think PewDiePie has a lot to benefit from this rivalry. PewDiePie is probably going to get out of this with a lot of subscribers, which is a good thing for him, actually. So T-Series might have been one of the best things that happened to him, probably. Yes, I saw one article in Google so that Logan Paul will, give his support to PewDiePie. As we all know, because he used, they used to have rival things between anyone who supports the flat earth theory. I don't have anything to say about them. So Logan Paul is not, you don't know this. No. Logan Paul is apparently a flat earther now. He supports, he supports the flat earth theory. He gave a conference, he gave a lecture at a conference. You can see it. I can show it to you right now. I'm okay with that. In the computer. I'm gonna die right now. Yeah, Logan Paul versus the flat earth, which is really bizarre. I don't know if he's... The most bizarre thing is that the guy was his video was removed from YouTube. And still he got his TV show or movie deal back. How? That's my question. PewDiePie never got his... He never got his, his TV series or things after his YouTube Red show. Yeah, he never got his YouTube Red show back. But Logan Paul... know. How come he is so powerful, I would say? Yeah, what is going on? Probably... Maybe, I don't know. YouTube does favor him, but why? Yeah, YouTube has to have, give some favor to him, because without him... but that's my question, because maybe he's a brand friend, but he's not even a brand friendly creator anymore, because he had done so many controversial things. I'm surprised if any brand wants to work with him. So
maybe that's how it works actually.
Probably, I don't know. Whatever it is, YouTube Rewind was whatever
Worst.
in my book. For you, it was the worst. For me, it was like I was not affected by it at all. I don't care.
But maybe
because I'm gonna still keep watching my favorite creators. I'm gonna still keep watching Shane Dawson.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna still keep watching. You will keep watching PewDiePie.
Yes.
I watch meme reviews sometimes.
Meme review.
But I don't watch meme review all the time. But I will watch Shane Dawson. I will watch a lot of other creators that will never be mentioned in YouTube Rewind.
The bizarre thing is that they introduce Casey Neistat. I'm sorry.
But the most bizarre thing, even more than that, was that Casey Neistat got to say K-pop.
Yeah, he was dancing like a K-pop artist. Like,
yeah, it was really weird. Like if he was holding a camera and filming K-pop stars, like the vlogger that he is, that would have been cooler.
Better, yeah.
That would have been much better because that's who he is. He's a vlogger. If he was like carrying his fucking heavy ass Canon 80D in front of a K-pop like event or whatever, that would have been
better, much better,
more appropriate than whatever was shown. Like, oh, he said K-pop. I was like, what?
And it's like,
who is this person? Is this a Casey Neistat lookalike?
Who was the creator of that video? I don't know.
Probably someone who is so out of touch with YouTube culture.
Yeah, maybe
that doesn't even know what was going on.
Maybe he's biased with
Probably. Like the reason why I'm so unaffected by YouTube Rewind is because YouTube Rewind probably will never have creators that I love in it. Like, I like to watch analysis videos. I like to watch videos that have criticism a lot, like Nerd Writer, Lessons from the Screenplay. I like Every Frame a Painting. I like Now You See It. These are some channels that are so, like, they're like the independent film houses of YouTube, you can say, like they are the ones who make quality content, but they will always get less than 1 million views, less than 1 million subscribers. Maybe some of them might have crossed the 1 million subscriber mark, but they're so underrated. That's what I'm saying. And there are some channels that make skits, like Pro ZD, and there's another one which oh my god, I feel so bad for not remembering his name, but I watch his skits all the time. I will try to look for his name right now, but my Wi-Fi is apparently down, so like we'll have to see his name. But he's so funny, but he'll never get any recognition because he is not brand friendly. There's Gus Johnson. I don't think he'll ever be mentioned.
And you maybe forgot one name.
Who?
It's Filthy Frank.
Filthy Frank is gone, man.
I miss him, man.
Filthy Frank is 2016.
I wish YouTube had recommended his video last. Maybe he's not in YouTube, I guess.
He's not on YouTube anymore. He's gone from YouTube. He makes music on YouTube, obviously, on every platform, including YouTube. But no,
my head is like a projection, some kind of his voice in my
in his.
It's like I still remember one thing that he used to eat the dirt from.
He used to do a lot of things which I don't even remember.
That's why his name is Filthy Frank.
Filthy Frank, motherfuckers! But no, I'm really happy that he is making music now, and I actually enjoy some of his music. So I'm really glad that he's doing what he loves, and we all should support people who like to do what they love. But yeah, we do. We can also be allowed to miss their previous work, of course.
Yes.
Just like we miss previous shows, television shows and stuff. So there's that. I think we've covered most of YouTube Rewind, I guess, today.
Yes. Now here's the most. What? I don't know.
What else should we talk about? We didn't think about it too much. Nick was just like in such a bad mood. I was like, are we even gonna do this? Are we even gonna...
But I'm going to do that, man.
Are we even gonna record this podcast? I was like really, really unsure whether this is gonna happen or not, but now he's in a great mood.
Yeah, I'm in a great mood, man. Like, lots of things happened earlier today, so I'm sorry for that. But it's okay.
But I guess we can discuss about what we were discussing, people who have thoughts and feelings inside them, it's like maybe we can did you ever have that kind of moment where you kept your thoughts and feelings bottled up and then exploded somewhere to someone else? I had that happen once.
Not once, man. It's like, it used to be in my regular things before I was turned 22nd. It was like I never expressed my feelings properly so that I can be a normal guy. But I was like, okay, explore these things up. And always I feel like, that guy who don't deserve everything, It's like, I don't deserve this shit, so...
You mean you don't deserve happiness?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. So, let's not talk about this.
But what happened with me was that I would be mad at my dad before. I would be very mad at my dad. And then I would take it out on people in school. That's what I used to do. But now we've been able to be very open with our thoughts and feelings,
Now
but
you're old enough to understand.
We actually have to. At some point, we have to get old enough to...
We're 24, right? And we are about to...
Yeah. I still feel like I'm 18, but whatever.
No, you are not 18.
Okay. Whatever you say.
Whatever I say, 96.
Oh my god. You mean 69? But whatever. Anyways...
So I'm in a mood to talk about PewDiePie, man. I just love that guy. So I will say...
Why do you love him so much? Like, I watch him sometimes. I don't love him.
Because I wanted to become PewDiePie, man. Next PewDiePie.
You wanted to become the next PewDiePie? What?
Yeah. Because I like his attitude to everything. Like, it's the meme review. It's kind of like... I feel like he's my big brother. My elder brother is doing the things I never had anymore. So... I just feel like, he's most of the time I feel like I'm in a mirror watching myself doing that meme review things. So it's feel like I'm in home. I feel like home when
that's so nice.
When I see him. So I will say 3 more things that I heard that one of his crazy fans, I know Justin Roberts or something like that, brought the biggest billboard spot of New York City just to, advertise his...
He did?
Yes.
Is this actually true?
Yeah, it's Justin Roberts.
Justin Roberts. I never heard of this. When did this happen?
Maybe, I don't know the proper exact date about that.
Okay.
But, yeah, it happened. You can search for Justin Roberts.
I'm trying to, but my internet is down for some reason. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
But
and the most bizarre thing is that I told you about that earlier. There's like 50,000 printer has been hacked by some hacker from PewDiePie fans,
who hacked it?
One of his fans.
Really? And what happened?
They just print some kind of message that please subscribe PewDiePie so that he can be in number 1. It's like, neck to neck count, I had no idea. Yeah, it's T-Series versus PewDiePie neck to neck. They are fighting with each other.
Nobody's actually fighting with anyone, but PewDiePie is using it to his best benefit for his subscriber count, and
he's enjoying.
And that's one of the cleverest things to ever be done, I think. Oh, but yeah, seriously, the thing you said about PewDiePie, that you feel like he's your older brother and you felt a connection with him. I never wanted to be the next anybody, I watch Shane Dawson and stuff, but I don't want to be the next Shane Dawson because his content and my content would be
different.
So different. It's like water and oil, it doesn't match together. It doesn't mix well together. So, but yeah, I watch his content for entertainment purposes and stuff. But what you said, I want to I want to say that I do feel a similar feeling about that, but not in a way that I want to become them. But whenever I watch them, I get this vibe of listening to an older brother or someone who's a really good friend of mine, but I don't know them. I just like to play whatever they're saying and just hear them talk. I would cook, I would cut vegetables or something, and their voice would be playing and they would just keep saying, and it feels like I am in conversation with that person, but I don't have to interact because they're literally saying how I feel sometimes about, trying to give up something. That person was addicted, and that person that person, Theo Vaughn is who I'm talking about. If you guys don't know, you definitely should go out and watch his comedy specials. Yeah. You should watch his podcast, which is this
nice guy, man.
This past weekend. I think that's his podcast. TheoVon. Yeah. So he has a podcast called This Past Weekend. So I would play This Past Weekend, and they're literally talking about Theo Vaughn basically helps guys and girls, who have problems problems with their lives, about masturbation, about addiction, about watching porn and not doing anything, about just getting lost in their lives. They actually talk about guy stuff, but I don't know why I would play that. And I would just have this feeling of like someone whom I know who's like a friend or an older brother just talking their feelings out in front of me. So I'd have this like a homely feeling whenever I hear his voice. And he has this southern accent, which is like...
I just love it.
It's very unique to me because I would listen to other podcasts and stuff, which has that natural American accent, and then he has the southern accent, which is not very like, it's not very uncommon, but still it's very unfamiliar to me because it's very like, it's like someone's being, it's like a very it's like a, what to say, very leisurely accent. That's what I'll say. Someone is chilled out and speaking that way. It feels like
like we are right now.
It's like the kind of accent you hear where someone is like really chilled out, like
a beer.
Yeah, and having a beer and just talking about their day. That's what a southern accent. That's what a southern accent sounds like to me. So
I love that accent.
Yeah, and it's something that calms me down, I have to say. So Theo Von talking about his life and his problems and how he had to, struggle with that, and then giving people advice is something that keeps me feeling calm and homely. So I would listen to, he was talking about On Being Sober. I want you to listen to that after this podcast. On Being Sober. He kind of let go of cocaine and all that, on alcohol. So he was talking about that, and it's one of the most touching podcast clips that I'd ever heard. And to kind of, and it's really bizarre for me because I'm not a dude. I don't have a problem with masturbation. I don't have a problem with addiction. I had a problem with binge eating disorder. You can call that an addiction, but I didn't have a problem with like substance abuse or something. And he talks about all that. So I should be the last person that he connected to, but I listen to him and I'm like, I connect to that. I connect to that mentality, like on struggling to give up something, on trying to restart and reboot and everything. So it's like, I don't know what to say, but yeah, that's one of those people who I just feel at home whenever I listen to their voice. I don't have to, that's one of the things. I don't want to become him. I don't want to meet him. And like, I would love to see his comedy special someday and shake his hand and be like, yeah, like I would like to watch his like comedy and be like, I would like to shake his hand and be like, I'm a huge fan. But even if I don't get to do that, I'm fine with it. But I think for the rest of my life, I would listen to This Past Weekend. Just because of how I feel, how it makes me feel. And it makes me feel nice somewhere inside,
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Theo, but I kind of like that guy because his chilled voice and like, it's like mesmerizing. And
I would like for you to listen to that clip. It's called On Being Sober, on Thoughts on Being Sober, I think that's what it's called. You actually get really touched by what he said and how he changed, and kind of makes you understand that celebrities or comedians, they're human beings too, and they, feel how we feel and they go through what we go through. And you and I have gone through so much bullshit. Like I've tried to give up food for so long, and finally I think I have, but sometimes I always think that I might relapse and go back to binge eating disorder and being 300 pounds again.
It's all right, man.
Yeah, I'm 150 pounds now, but if I ever start to think that I'm relapsing, that'll be my nightmare, and just, I don't know, like going back to cigarette smoking and going back to drinking alcohol again in a way that I couldn't control. That scares me sometimes because I had a problem with alcohol and I had a problem with smoking.
Yeah, we still had a problem with alcohol, cigarette, and all this.
Did you have a problem with substances?
I don't know.
You didn't have a problem with substances, I think. I had a problem with abusing. I have a very addictive personality. You see that, I was like, okay, it's okay to have like cigarette once in a blue moon, but I was not being that much of. Yeah. No, my things happened after some situations that happened, like after my boyfriend passed away and after a lot of problems that happened. But like, I never was addicted to them, but I was going to be someday because of like, I would binge to like the next level. So thank God I never went to that level, and I never was addicted to hard substances or anything. So, like, yeah, I don't know, like, that's what we are. I guess we have our own comfort zones. Yours is PewDiePie, mine is Theo Von, which is really bizarre.
Mine is Bill Burr. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know.
You like Bill Burr as comedians. Which are the comedians that you like? Who are the comedians?
Bill Burr and then... Rappert.
Huh? Michael Rappaport. Rapport? Michael Rappaport. Okay.
Michael Rappaport. I don't know his proper name. I couldn't spell it properly.
No, it's fine. And who else do you like?
I don't know. I know.
Any Indian comedians?
Yeah, Indian origin. That is. I always keep telling that his name.
Russell Peters.
Russell Peters.
Peters?
Yes, his name is Peters.
Peters.
He always like, most of the time I used to, when I was going back in home from my hostel or something, I used to listen to lots of people listen to music, and I was like, okay, let's
listen to Russell Peters.
Russell Peters and Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr is kind of like a father thing for me.
A really angry father.
And at the same time, I remember his one joke about maybe in Conan show. I guess I forgot the proper.
What was it? He said a lot of things on Conan. I can't remember.
I know. No, he said good things, man. He's like, if you are a good person, you can do whatever you want. About women empowerment, I guess. Yeah. Like, you don't need any, any this kind of thing, this women empowerment. You are always strong. People will like you regardless what you have between your legs or something like that.
That is very true. I don't know what's going on with me today. I think I have a bad cough.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh my God. And so the most important thing is that he's really what?
You keep saying sorry.
So he really wanted to change the world with his joke about, I just kind of like him. I don't know. But maybe Russell Peters would be better for me.
Do you like Russell Peters now? I don't think he has made a comedy special recently, or has he? I haven't watched Russell Peters.
I don't know about comedy special at all. I was like, he used to put videos on YouTube in his own channel.
On his own channel. Yeah. That's really nice. So
that's where I get to know about him.
My favorite comedians are obviously Theo, Bill Burr, and then I had I never knew.
Bobby Lee, something. What's his name?
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee. Sorry.
And for a small time, I didn't know what happened, but I didn't know who George Carlin was. I had no idea who George Carlin was.
I don't have any idea about George.
So George Carlin has passed away now. But he was a very famous comedian once upon a time, but he was before my time. So I didn't know who George Carlin was, but I stumbled upon one of his videos, and oh my God, I had a binge fest 2 years ago, and I still to this day watch George Carlin clips because he is so funny. I hope I'm saying his name right. Maybe it's George Carlin, maybe not, but I loved his comedy. But yeah, Bill Burr is right up there, Theo and
the important thing is that regardless what you have between your legs.
And I don't know, who else? I can't remember the comedy specials I've watched. I really feel bad about what happened, but I did enjoy Louis C.K. For a while. I didn't watch his new comedy specials, but I watched his older ones on HBO and stuff, and they were really good.
He was
really funny. He was really funny. And I hope he has a comeback. I don't know, maybe he won't.
We can hope.
Yeah.
Bigger things.
But, I hope he hasn't broken the law or anything. I don't know the whole...
What happened to him? I don't know.
Even I don't know. People say that he... I don't know.
Killed someone?
No, he didn't kill anyone. But I don't know exactly what the scandal was with Louis C.K. But it was a Me Too thing, But, yeah, but...
It scares me out, man.
Yeah, but...
Someone says Me Too.
But it was serious, I guess, because the news were all talking about it. He did something, maybe? I have no idea. I don't want to speak about something I don't have an idea about.
Neither do I, man.
Yeah, I don't want to have a scandal and be like, you were wrong about Louis C.K. I don't know what happened with him. We don't keep up with American celebrities that much and their scandals, so we don't know. We don't watch the news about American stuff. We only watch YouTube stuff, YouTube trends and all that, but a lot of big celebrity scandals and stuff we don't have an idea about.
Because we are Indian.
Yeah, and we have so much Indian scandals that keep happening day in and day out that we don't need American scandals.
That Priyanka Chopra.
Oh yeah, that was really weird, right? I think that you can call this an international thing. I guess it happened on Twitter on the website called The Cut. And I think the whole world was angry at that. Do you know what happened?
I don't know.
Basically, Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas got married the other day, and they had an engagement before that, and then they got married. And
pictures and videos.
Yeah, even I saw the pictures, and I was like, I was okay, I was fine with it. Now, I don't know who Nick Jonas was, but I know Priyanka Chopra.
Neither do I.
Yeah, he was one of the Jonas Brothers. And
who is Jonas Brothers?
Jonas Brothers is like, let's say,
boy band?
Yeah, boy band, I think,
I don't like boy.
I don't know.
I'm more of a Led Zeppelin guy than boy band.
Yeah, and me, you know me.
The last boy band I was listening, it's... What is that? It's K-pop something.
You like?
Yes.
You listen to K-pop.
K-pop is not most of the time. I was in.
You were just like looking at it, like
looking at us, like I just love one their song. I don't know about that, but yeah. I don't understand their language, but I like their music.
You like the music. We don't have to understand language. I don't understand Eluvetai, but I love Eluvetai. The music is beautiful. And I don't know a lot of Nordic stuff, but I love Nordic music. Have you heard Nordic music?
Yes.
I also love Japanese music. It's so beautiful.
Powerful, yeah.
Very powerful. Recently I discovered this woman, and I didn't know that it was a woman, maybe a Western woman. I don't know her origins, but it's a woman who makes a lot of Japanese beats. Her name is Closey. Have you heard of Closey's music? I want to introduce you to Closey's music. It's so beautiful. It has a lot of Japanese. It's like not fully Japanese. It's like there's some kind of Japanese or Asian influence in it, and you'll actually enjoy it. But anyways, what were we talking about? Priyanka Chopra. So there was this woman. I don't know her name, and I don't want to know her name. She wrote a lot of scathing stuff, a lot of mean-spirited stuff about Priyanka Chopra, and
a lot of F thing.
Yeah, a lot of F stuff, and and it was effed up stuff, and she went on a rant about Priyanka Chopra and calling her a scam artist, and said,
me?
Yeah, and said
the
that
biggest star in India, man, and maybe people from US,
maybe
yeah.
And she said a lot of mean things about Priyanka Chopra, and also she was probably xenophobic. They said that she was making.
What is xenophobic?
Xenophobia, I guess it's like making fun of someone's culture, making fun of someone's heritage and whatever, it's kind of racism, I guess, but I don't know if it was actual racism. But she definitely was like not mocking maybe exactly the Hindu culture, but she did say some stuff that were not very favorable, and she kind of basically dissed Priyanka Chopra just for marrying Nick Jonas, which was really weird. And then she apparently, I don't know for sure, people were criticizing her, and then she took the criticism very lightly. She was like, whatever about it. And when the criticism became so big that she couldn't avoid it anymore. And then on her behalf, the company that she worked for, The Cut, or I think it's The Cut, you can correct me if I'm wrong here. The Cut had to apologize on her behalf, saying that this made every one of us look bad, and we don't support this. Then she went ahead and apologized and was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And she said that I don't support racism or xenophobia or sexism. I'm very sorry. That therefore she said that whatever I said, I didn't say it, which was really weird.
Disclaimer things.
What do you think about that? About someone behaving like that towards just a person?
That is horrible, man. You shouldn't, she's a journalist or something, like.
Yeah, you should behave professionally.
You should behave properly and professionally, because it's kind of like yellow journalism or something like that.
What is yellow journalism?
It's like who is pseudo-journal, something like
pseudo-journalism. Yeah, there's a lot of pseudo-journalism going on nowadays, like people just want to write anything and everything. There are some websites that I like. I like a few, but not everything, I can't read every junk out there.
They just make up stuff and just put it on the internet, and
you don't know which one to pick. There's so many websites. There's so many journalists. I'm air quoting here.
Authentic, you can't decide whether it's true or not. I don't know.
You don't know the sources, and you don't know where it's from. You don't know whether it's a hit piece or it's actual news. It's really scary sometimes.
I'm happy that she got
she got the message. She got what she deserved because of the people who stood up for Priyanka and they were like, you don't.
You're the biggest star in India, man.
And you're not supposed to speak like that about a human being,
She's in Quintino. Yes.
Quantico, I'm sorry. Yeah. And whatever be the case, she can be in Quantico, or she can be in the biggest hit, or she can be in the biggest flop. You're not supposed to just diss a person for getting married. Yeah, you can say anything about anyone's career. Let's just say you didn't like the movie she was in or whatever. You don't like Quantico. Just say that. I don't like Quantico. I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, you shouldn't make fun of their married or some culture.
Yeah, you're just what I'm going to say is that you don't attack someone's character. You just don't attack people's character. If you don't know them, don't attack people's character.
Rip off the things.
I think she was like expecting people to read and just get clicks.
Spice it up
to spice it up and get more clicks, but it backfired.
It was backfired
really bad. So
and I expect that people will not do that same kind of mistake again.
Yeah.
Because they don't like someone's culture.
People have to be considerate about, because the world is becoming smaller now. Everybody's connected to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So that the person that you're connected to on the internet will be ageist and will be so different from you in culture, in class. There are some people let's say who use, a lot of racial slurs or something, but it's dude, you might be speaking to someone who is sensitive to that, so you have to be careful about what you say and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things that people don't consider, and just because you don't understand the Hindu culture doesn't mean that you can make fun of the Hindu culture. You just ask someone why does someone ride an elephant during the marriage? So it's there's a tradition there. So it's you ask and then you get the answer, it's it's not that hard. So I don't know.
It's you don't need to ask anyone. You can just Google it.
That's also true.
That's the easy part, because if you wanna ask some kind of Hindu guy or something, maybe he don't know about that.
Yeah.
Maybe. So what are we it's okay to get married with Nick Jonas.
It's okay. She did not steal your man, whoever you are. She did not steal. She did not steal. She did not. She did not. She deserves it. She deserves. She deserves to marry whoever she wants, and you deserve to get fired for saying all that shit you just did. So.
And I'm happy actually.
I don't know if she got fired. Did she get fired?
I don't know either. I even don't know about that. Things happen, seriously.
I heard that she apologized. I heard that the website apologized, but I don't know if she got fired or not. Maybe she might have. I don't think she would keep her job after this. But even if she does, I hope if she does have her job, which would be nice for her, I hope she never writes some bullshit like that, because you're a journalist. You're supposed to report the news, not talk about your feelings on the internet about a celebrity. It's not Facebook. You're talking, you're bad mouthing a celebrity because your feelings were hurt because Nick Jonas got married. What is wrong with you?
Maybe she's in love with Nick Jonas.
Maybe. Conduct yourself professionally, man. We would die for a job opportunity like that. Yeah. If you had a platform like that on The Cut where you can say anything you want, would you misuse that? Would you talk about your feelings? I'm hurt today. I feel really bad. I had a breakup. I had a patch up. It's dude.
No.
Yeah, it's this is not your personal forum here. This is not a blog.
Yeah, it's their own, the company's topic you should talk about. Yeah, you should behave professionally. That's people will not notice you about.
Yeah, why are you demeaning your own? I don't know, your own image. Yeah. I guess whatever. Anyways, I think my voice is going to kill me. I've been coughing like crazy here. I don't know what's going on with me. Do you want to wrap it up, or do you want to say anything more?
I want to say one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
PewDiePie!
I'm gonna fucking throw this mic at your head.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing about
what do you want to say?
I really forget about it. What's it? I'm sorry.
If you forgot about it, then let's just wrap it up.
Yeah, I want to say one more thing.
I think you became silent.
Why? Shit. I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay, let's wrap it up, man.
Let's wrap it up. But if there is any suggestions that you guys want to give, then you can on the comments below. And we are always here every Sunday. We'll always be here to talk about whatever is going on in this world. But if you have any suggestions or if you have any advice for us, you can obviously let us know.
You're just rookie guy.
Yeah, or if you don't have any advice or if you don't have any suggestion, if you just enjoyed it or if you did not like it, you can talk about it in the comment section.
I'm sorry for the lazy voice, actually.
Yeah, we're very lazy today. We always, keep working the whole week and then, just have to chill out. And then while chilling out, we do this. So it's really fun. But
it's fun things to do podcast with,
with a friend.
Yes.
So, if you have any thoughts, even you just want to share.
Sorry for my English. It's not good.
Nick's English is improving really well. Nick didn't speak English for for a long time. You learned it, but you didn't.
First language.
But you don't use it for like as a common tongue. We use Hindi. Even I didn't use it that much, but I just kind of like worked on it and worked on it.
Hindi is our national language.
Hindi is our national language, and we speak Assamese as our, it's our mother tongue. That's
native English.
It's our native language. So for your English has been improving really well, for a long time, which is really admirable. It's self-taught, right?
Yes.
So that's the thing, that's the best we can do, I guess,
So, ta-da, bye-bye. See you next week. See you next week, same time, same day.
This has been This Generation's podcast.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.